All right, y'all, man, what's good? We're gonna make some pot pie today. As you can see, we got a little arrangement of ingredients here. We got some chicken, we got some carrots, we got some celery, we got some cauliflower. We found all these in the fridge. I got some chicken broth and heavy whipping cream. I even got some potatoes over here, and I got an onion. I got yellow and white, but for the purposes of this video, we're gonna be using a yellow because we want it to be on the sweeter side when it comes to this pot pie. So I'm gonna set some of these ingredients to the side here while we're working on this onion. This is the first thing I'm gonna have to pack up. So I'm gonna take the end that doesn't have the root on it. And sharpen your knife. If your knife ain't sharp, it can hurt you. So I'm gonna take this onion. Now I know you're not supposed to do this, but this is my house. This ain't your house. We're gonna put this onion right up in the bag and put it in the fridge. So we got everything we need, man. We're gonna work on this onion first, and then we're gonna start working on the celery and the carrots. So first things first, when I do my onion, I like to peel back that first layer, and then I like to peel back that second layer that's right up on the onion, and then I peel right around, right up under. And we take all that out, put it to the side here in a little bowl. Now for my onion, I like to do this trick right here where you just cut the little rind all the way around. You see this cut? Just like this, maybe a quarter of an inch. I'm gonna do that all the way around. You see how they all have lines just like that? We're gonna cut them all the way around. It's easier to do with a short knife because you don't have to have as much control as you have to do with a long knife, but this will work just fine. And if you make them any of them too big, just go back and cut in between those again and make a smaller cut on it. And you want to make sure that a lot of these are equal size. You don't want them to be unproportionate. Oh, we got the dogs thinking, man, there's some tasty food going on in here. Come here, come here, come on, up, come on, up, come on. You want an orange? You want an orange? That's what you came over here for? Come on, up, come on, come on, come on. Give me a high five. Give me a high five. Give me a high five. All right. All right. Now, all right, go ahead. Go lay down. Go down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Get out of here. All right. So we're going to cut that in half, that little onion slice that we had. Make sure these are all lined up. And then we're going to make little slices. Again, another quarter-inch thick here. And if it gets to the point where it lays down, that's okay. Just start cutting until it gets really short and then go on the sides and twist it. Start cutting again and then twist it again. Cut, 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 and then make little diagonal cuts. Now your waist, if you're going to have any, it should be this, or it should be a little bit smaller than that. I'm actually going to cut it a little bit more. I don't like having waste, especially on onions, man. You can eat that, you know. So take your scraps. I forget I always have a scrap bowl over here now. I'm trying to be more logical when I'm in the kitchen. All right. We got our little onion bits here. We're going to chop up this last half. Make sure to make real fine quarter-inch slices. Make sure everything's proportionate. We're going to lay it down and do our little cuts on the front, and then the side. We'll go diagonal. Go to the other side. Go diagonal. And get as many up close to the stem as you can without it starting to get hard and without it being that little end there. So we're done with the onion. What we're going to do, we're going to start getting these pans on. I got a little pot down here. As you can see, we got this pot, and then we got the big one. We're going to cook chicken in this, and then we're going to cook some potatoes in this, and we're going to add one more third pot that we're going to be cooking our celery and our carrots in. So let's set this up the way we need it, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and get a third pot. Right out. There we go. Make sure these are on. For this top left one, I'm going to do about a 4. For this bottom one, for some veggies, I'm gonna do a 5. And then this top right one, we're gonna do a 7 because we're gonna be boiling our potatoes and some veggie stock here. So let me get some veggie stock going in one of these dishes here. We're not gonna do a lot of potatoes and we don't need a lot of veggie stock. So we're actually gonna reduce that down, maybe get a little bit of flavor in there. All right. Now, while we're working on this, we got our onions here. We can put these to the side. We can actually put them in another bowl. So we can set these to the side here. I'm just going to scoop them in like this. Keep things real simple for us. Just like that. So we got our onions here. The next thing we're going to do, we're actually going to chop up some potatoes since we do have this warming up. But before we chop up potatoes, I'm going to open up our chicken. And I'm going to let that marinate, if not even for a second here. So let's go ahead. Make sure we got a bowl for it. We could actually use this bowl here. And we're going to go ahead and put all of our chicken pieces that we're going to use, which I'm going to use like 5, 6. Man, that dog-eared chicken, he's up immediately. Okay, we're going to use about that much chicken. I probably got like 6 tenders in there. And we're going to save the remainder of these for another meal. Make sure you wash your hands after you touch some chicken. You should use soap, man. This is my house. I'm going to do what I want here. All right. Anyways, we got some salt. Gonna pour a little bit of salt in there. Make sure those chickens are all salted up. Got a little bit of garlic powder here. This one's brand new. So we're gonna have to open it up for the first time. There we go. This is how I open up my seasonings, by the way. I do a little knife in there, little knife action. Make sure you get that other seasoning back in. And then I'll just twist and peel, twist and peel. It ain't effective, but I get 80% of it. I don't even take the remainder off. And then I put this lid back on. Just like that. And then boom, use a little bit of garlic powder. Not too much now. We're going to put some fresh garlic in there too, since we got it. We're definitely going to be a little bit of celery salt here. You don't want it too salty, but just a little bit of celery salt for that flavor. I'm actually going to do a little bit of honey because we're going to do a quick cook on this for the caramelization of the chicken. So we'll let this honey come right onto this chicken. There we go. Gotta wait for the honey to come out, man. It's viscous. There we go. Just a little bit of honey, not too much. Woo! Dang, that honey. Yeah, I got some parsley flake here. You know, parsley flake it up. A little bit going. You smell that chicken stock coming up to temp, man. That's sweet. All right, now we're gonna get some pepper. Let's see. I got the pepper back here. A little bit of pepper. And since this is a pot pie and it's a little bit festive, man, don't be telling anybody. We're gonna put a little bit of cinnamon in here. Who knows if they're gonna taste it? And we're gonna get a little bit funky since it is a pot pie. We're gonna put a little bit of turmeric powder, just a little bit. And then we're gonna do a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. This is that good stuff right here. And then if you like it river style, you know you gotta have the garam masala. Just a little bit. You don't want to over funk it up. And then last but not least, we got some chicken bouillon. Chicken on chicken, man. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with some chicken on chicken. All right. We're going to go ahead and mix it up. So get you a fork. And I got big forks and small forks. What you got? All right, there we go. I'm going to get some Worcestershire sauce right here. Some people like to call it wash your sister sauce, but I wouldn't wash my sister if I had one. Unless she needed it. She was real polite to me. All right, get working there. And I do like it a little bit spicy, man. My family don't like it too spicy, but that's okay. What we're gonna do, just add a little bit of red pepper flake. Nothing crazy. And spices, it gets me activated, man. My nose goes crazy All them spices. All right. I just need a little bit of that red pepper flake. Crushed red pepper. Just a little bit, not too much. We do have a little bit of chicken, so that was probably enough there. Make sure we get it evenly mixed. Okay, we're gonna feel our heat. It's getting there. Man, our water for the potatoes or our chicken stock, it's ready. So we're gonna come here with these potatoes. I'm gonna show you how to cut them. So I'm gonna cut them again, a 1/4 inch thick. We're not doing nothing too crazy here. We're gonna stack them back up after we cut them. So I got a stack of 3 and a stack of 2 here. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut. Whew, make sure you sharpen your knife, man. If you don't sharpen your knife, you can cut yourself with these potatoes now. Again, 1/4 inch cuts, nothing crazy. Just 1/4 inch cuts, 1/4 inch cuts. Ah, see, I almost cut myself. You gotta be careful out here, man. So look, we're gonna do it one potato hand at a time. Put these potatoes in, run on to the next one. Boom, boom, boom. And some people, they got the technique where they'll put the finger over. Man, I cut myself so many times. I stopped doing that. You just let the knife do its thing. Respect it. Respect that knife. All right. I'll let these potatoes cook down. Y'all want to see these potatoes more than me. I understand. So I'm going to let y'all watch these potatoes while I'm over here working it. Let's see if we can. There we go. All right. All right. I'm going to try to find a way to not let it fall down now. There we go. Oh, but that's in the frame. All right. That's as good as I can get it. You're going to watch these potatoes while I cut them. Man, y'all don't want to watch those potatoes. Watch me cut these potatoes too. There we go. Let's go. Slice, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Make sure you move your fingers out the way. Gotta be careful in the kitchen, man. If you ain't careful in the kitchen, what are you doing? Being dangerous. Your liability in the kitchen. Need to get you out. Okay, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Now I know I said we got to be consistent about like the cook times and everything, so I can understand how you're probably concerned that those other potatoes are going to be cooked faster than these potatoes. I completely understand where you're coming from, man. And you know what? You're probably right. Those potatoes are going to cook faster than these potatoes. But you know what, man? I don't really care. I really just don't care. Cooking's about the heart and the soul, man. It's going to come out in the wash. You don't worry about it. Make sure you get your 1/4 inch cuts, though. That's real important. Go nice and slow. Make sure you don't cut yourself. One potato at a time now. One potato at a time. There we go. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Man, you gotta love them potatoes. We still have a bunch of veggies to go. So if you want to fast forward, man, you can fast forward, but you should really just vibe with me while I cut these taters now. Oh yeah. Look at that. Alright. Now we're gonna let them cook for about get those potatoes maybe about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to cook. Be nice and tender, man. So let's check our heat here. Our chicken's ready to be cooked nice and quick. So I'm gonna do a little mix here. I got some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna add a little bit of that. There we go. And since we're doing a pot pie here, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of this butter, just like that. And then, since olive oil doesn't have a real high smoke point, and neither does olive oil or butter, I'm gonna add a little bit of that canola oil. That neutral cook time there. All right, now we're gonna get that around. Who cares if you get a little bit of oil and butter on the potatoes? Just stir them. Make sure they don't stick there. Let them go. All right, we got that butter cooking. Now we're going to come in here. All that chicken we marinated. And we're going to let it brown up real quick. Oh, yeah. I'm actually going to turn up the heat to about 4.5 or 5 there. I'm pretty much just letting these chickens fry in there. You see it. Take the rest of that butter, put it in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got to take that off the heat. The butter burn it right away. Oh, no, no. Okay. It's okay. We're going to do a little bit of olive oil here. There we go. Now the first thing and the first vegetable I'm going to start cooking here is going to be some cauliflower. We're going to get some cauliflower going here. Let's see. Again, 1/4 inch slices. You want everything to be the same size in a pot pie. Nothing worse than getting in a pot pie, man, and everything's all jumbled up. You know, some people like it like that. If you like it like that, you do you, man. You do you. There we go. All right, now I'm doing the finger over. I'm trying. And you can do rough chops, man. You don't have to be perfect. No one said you got to be perfect in the kitchen. Just do as much as you can. All right, let's see here. So now that we got that oil cooking, gonna make some onions. Immediate smell straight to the air. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna cut the rest of this cauliflower up. The way I'm gonna do it, just little slices like this. 1/4 inch. You know it. You know what we're doing here, man. 1/4 inch every time. So slice, 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 all the way. You want to be a little bit efficient since you're cooking all things at once. But at the same time, man, just take your time. Go slow. But hurry up, though. You know what I mean? Like, don't be taking too long now. Now, that's looking... I know these are all going to cook down, so I'm going to let it go in. I was like, it's looking like a lot there, you know? Again, I know that the chicken was in here. It's in my kitchen, bro. Don't be talking no shit up in here, boy. Sorry. I know this is supposed to be kid appropriate. I think I'll get 1 or 2 shits and then they'll kick me out. Alright, there we go. Now these chickens, man, they're looking pretty already cooked. So look, we're gonna take this one and flip it. Just like that. We'll flip that one. Yeah. That one's pretty much cooked. Oh yeah. Now I'm worried about these two on the edge here. We're gonna let these cook a little bit more. Bunch them up, just like that. Alright. Now let's move on to our next veggies. These potatoes are done. We're gonna throw them away. We got this celery here. Ready? Cut the root off. Throw that out. And now I'm going to do one long cut throughout each one of these. So I'm going to stack them here. Boom, 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 boom. Now I go in between my fingers. You obviously should not be doing this, but I like to do it. And then I'll just cut the tails so that they're again, you got it, man, 1/4 inch thick. Everything just proportionate here. And then I'm just going to give them a chop. So I'm going to go chop. I'm going to try to cut them thin. If I cut them too thick width-wise, then I'm just going to cut them short lengthwise. And it's going to make them come out just as small. Maybe a little bit longer, but that's all right. Or a little bit wider, but that's okay. Now, I am worried about them carrots cooking. So I'll probably cook those carrots off after I finish those potatoes. Just because they usually take the longest time on their own. I'll probably cook them while everything else is cooling here. So I got my celery cooked or chopped up here. I'm gonna put it in, and this is where I'm actually gonna come in with some seasoning this time. So now that I got these celery, onion, cauliflower working, now you saw those bits that fall on the floor. You know them dogs gonna come in, snag them up. Okay, we got some onions here. All right, we may actually need a little bit more oil to this pan here. How are these potatoes doing? They're looking good. We'll open up a little bit more chicken stock for those potatoes so we don't run out of liquid. Just like that. And then we'll flip these chickens right here while we're waiting on everything else to cook. And I'm actually going to put up this other chicken. We use a lot of Ziplocs, man, because it saves things quite well. All right, we're going to put this chicken bag in, seal her up. We are going to need a little bit more oil. We'll probably just do some more butter for that mixture of cauliflower, cauliflower and onion there. So we'll get just a little bit more butter here, a whole knob, drop it right in. We're just going to let that cook down. And since these just need to sweat, we need to add the seasoning, help them sweat a little bit. So for the inside of this, I know it's unorthodox and you could probably yell at me, but I'm going to come in with just a little bit of sugar, just a little pinch of sugar here. And then what we really need inside, start getting things going, and then some salt. We're going to need some bouillon. We're out of bouillon. See if we can make the basket. We missed the basket, by the way, in case you're curious. All right, we got that bouillon. The next thing we're going to add in, there we go. All right, the next thing we're going to add in to these veggies here, I'm going to do a little bit of curry powder. Just a little bit, just a little splash there. Man, there we go. We got a little bit of chili powder here. Get some spice going up in there. Last thing I'm going to do is some pepper here. And we don't want these chickens, we definitely don't want these chickens to be all the way cooked through. I'm going to stir these potatoes real quick. Now I'm going to get this veggie, get all that seasoning in, get it working. There we go. Smelling good now. Okay, so this chicken, we're actually going to bring it out. Making sure some chicken didn't fly off there. Just like that. Even in little bits. And we're going to turn that potatoes down a little bit. Turn that down to like a 3.5. Just because it's going a little crazy right now. Okay, we'll let them simmer off. Now, in all this grease right here, this is where we're really going to take advantage of our carrots here. So I'm just going to cut them super thin. I'm just going to do little slices. I like to cut up the carrots lengthwise, but for this situation, when I'm ready to get those carrots straight in, I'm just going to do super, super thin slices. Like I said, you can substitute widthwise anything. Like if you decide that you don't want to cut it longwise, just cut it shorter widthwise. And you'll have a similar situation happening here. Now, you got to be real careful when you get up to these big pieces. You got to make sure that they're thin. Otherwise, you'll get real thick pieces in there. Nothing worse than just a bunch of thick pieces of what you don't need. When some of it's cooked, some of it's not cooked. So now we're going to take some of these carrots straight in there in the hot grease. Let it splash up on your skin. It's good for you. That was not a recommendation. Obviously, I don't want you hurting yourself. But I think it's good for a man. I mean, women too, you know, they're pretty creatures. You don't want to be messing them up too much. But for men, you know, it's good to splash yourself with some hot oil on the. I mean, dude, if you're cooking, you're cooking. And you're cooking with peanut oil, sheesh, you're cooking hot, boy. Think you're not going to get burned every now and again? That's how it goes. See right there, I got a super thick cut of carrot. So I'm actually going to lay that out to the side here. Put the rest of these carrots in. And look, the good thing about these potatoes here is look, and they're almost, you can kind of feel how they are when you hit them with your spoon. You can kind of feel if they're done. These are almost done, so I'm actually going to take them off for now. And then we're going to keep going here on this Dutch oven. See all that celery. Wow. All that cauliflower, all the onions. And get everything we can back in the way here. I'm going to start stirring our carrots now. It's okay if they get a little bit of caramelization on them. Okay. And really just to make those carrots shine for themselves, we're going to add just a secondary flavor. Catch my joke there. And add a little bit of celery salt. And, you know, I really do like to do a little bit of garlic in my carrots there. I'd like to do the real thing, though, so I'll probably chop up some garlic here in a second. I'm definitely going to get some pepper on those carrots there. Now, we have a little bit of carrots left. I'm just running out of time there on those carrots, so I'm going to let them do their thing while I bring in the last of my ingredients here. I just had some sweet peas in the freezer. If you don't have these, it's totally okay. You don't have to use them. I'm just going to add them in, because these carrots are going to take a while anyways. Carrot down here. I know this looks funny, but you just gotta be breaking it up with the peas sometimes. You know? Sometimes you gotta break up the peas. Just like that. They'll come undone on their own. Now you don't want to overpower the peas. I learned that the hard way one time. Now you keep an orange on deck. A snack. How you doing, man? You have a good day today? You staying strong? And keep working. You got this. Let's go a little bit further, baby. Gotta go a little bit further. Okay, I like all that caramelization coming up like that. Making me think I'm in the right place here. Okay, just like that. Let's turn off this heat over here. There we go. All right, let's let these carrots cook. You know? I always like to check the box, see if there's anything we're missing, anything we could be utilizing. It's all right. We're not gonna worry about it right now. But the next step, I'll tell you what, making that pie crust. So we got these pre-made ones from the store here. We got one for the bottom and one for the top. Got two of them here. Throw that box away like you don't care about picking it up. Oh yeah. All right. Now you don't have to get the ones from the store. You can be fancy and make it at home, and I'm sure we'll do that one day. But for right now, we ain't got enough flour. And we do have these pie crusts though, I'll tell you what. So I'm gonna stick this right here. I'm gonna let it sit. Now I'm gonna take the butter I've been letting sit out for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and grease the pan. Oh yeah. Nothing worse than your crust not coming up and you not being able to take your chicken pot pie out of the pan. Now this would be a good time while you're greasing up your pan. You remember you're gonna have to put it in the oven. So I'd probably go turn on your oven. I'm gonna put it to 425 here. We're gonna go bake, upper oven. We're gonna go bake. I'm gonna increase that temp. It's blacked out on one side, so I can't really tell what temperature we're at. But we're gonna press start anyways. It's got 10 minutes there on the timer. So now, put in your crust. And we're gonna form it against the pan just like that. I even press down some folds. I don't mind eating double crust, man. Double stuff, double crust. Make it happen, baby. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this fork. Just gonna poke little holes down here, just like that. All right. Now I'm gonna make a little crust ring. Oh yeah, this is a good stuff, man. I was supposed to actually butter up under these, so let me do that real quick while we're waiting. Don't forget to stir your stuff in. Oh yeah, and then brown bits, man, don't worry about it. If you got a Dutch oven, as long as it's not like burning, you're good to go. So I say this stuff is good to go in with these potatoes here. So our cauliflower mix, we're good to go there. Got it just like that. Now we're gonna turn off that stove. Perfect. I'm gonna get these combined here. All right. Last thing is this garlic. While these are cooking up, I want to make sure I get some actual whole garlic in there because it adds a super depth of flavor. I need it, baby. So I'm actually just going to cut even the plastic wrap in half there. It's going to break it up where we need it. And I'm going to get, see, that's garlic. That can go here. Start taking these apart. If I can, if it'll let me. Little garlic. Little garlic. See, sometimes it can become chaotic in the kitchen, but it's all about your energy too, man. You just got to slow down a little bit. Breathe. Get moving. It can become hot. You can't stand the heat, man. You got to get out the kitchen. So I got 1, 2, 3, little 4 tiny cloves of garlic here. I'm going to add in a 5th one. Put all this wrap away. All right. Now, here's the most important part. Take a little garlic pieces that are already ready. Put those to the side here. We're going to stir your carrots. Make sure those are getting stirred up with your peas. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Let them cook. Let them cook. Let him cook. Keep cooking. Keep cooking, baby. All right. We got some there. We're going to crush the garlic. We're going to crush the garlic. There we go. We're going to crush the garlic. We're going to crush the garlic. All right. All right. We're going to crush the garlic. We're going to crush the garlic. Push. Push. Ooh, ooh. Make a song out of it, man. Make it jive. Let's go. Here we got the garlic. Make sure you got that bowl next to you because there's nothing worse than when you're prepping veggies, man. You ain't got a place to put all your scraps. You had chickens, you take it out to them. I ain't got chickens yet. I'm making some chickens, huh? No sense in not. Okay, keep going, keep going. Nothing worse than that paper getting in there. Your garlic here. And you're supposed to keep your station clean. Sometimes I don't abide by that. And for the garlic, man, I just like to chop, chop, chop as much as I can. I have a system sometimes. I'm just not feeling very systematic right now. We're just going to get up in there and chop it every which way we can. So you got to go slow on some parts and even hold the garlic. Put your finger on it. This ain't the time to be holding back, man. Touch your garlic. And don't hold back. You get some carrot up in there, you get some onion up in there, good, man. Good. You need some whole garlic. There we go. We're gonna put it in just like that. And now these are gonna be done here real shortly. Oh yeah. Once it's fragrant. Once it's fragrant, about 30 seconds, you'll be good to go. Once you, I mean, I know you're gonna smell it right away. But once it's been in there, it's getting all melded in with them carrots and them peas. We're gonna let that sit. Just like that, man. All right. Grab the last of our snack here. Pull up our pants, man. Grab the last of our butter. Here we go. We're gonna rim the pan. Just like this. Make sure it ain't gonna stick up here. There we go. Just like that. There we go. All right, we got all the way around. So now I'm gonna put this crust all the way on. Just like this. Just like that. All right. Now we're just going to press and conform it to the pan. Just like that. Just like that. All right. All right, we're looking good now. So look, our garlic is pretty fragrant here. Our next step is going to be combining everything to this pan here. This garlic trying to burn you, man. There we go. So, next step, grab your other pan, pour all your other ingredients in, just like that. We're going to let all that chicken stock come together with all this vegetable medley we got going on here. And then we're going to cut up this chicken. We're going to put the chicken in. So put it in, cut it up in bite-sized pieces. I tried to undercook this chicken, but it may be perfectly cooked, which is my mistake. I shouldn't have perfectly cooked it. Now I'm just going to chop quarter inch, baby. That's what you're going for. Doesn't matter if you leave a couple chunks in there. Some people like it chunky. So now you take all this chicken, put it all up in there, just like that. Woo, man, that's a lot. That's a lot, baby. Let's go. All right. Now, next step, rinse my hands off a little bit. Ooh, you can taste that cinnamon. Tastes real good. So the next stop, a little bit of Worcestershire, just a little bit. And now you're going to bring out your flour. You don't want any clumps in your flour, so if you have a little sieve, something about this big, that's all you need. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab a little handle, because that's hot. That burner was hot too. Almost just burned ourselves. All right, we're going to mix just by chopping. Chop with a spoon, chop with a spoon. Don't worry about nothing else. Now you're going to chop and lift and twist. Chop, lift, 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 twist. Boom, boom, bam. Chop, lift, twist. If they fall out, man, just use this as your monk time. Train your sensory receptors here. Ooh, get them nice and hot. Nice. So now that liquid should have made its way throughout everything we have here because of them potatoes that we cooked. So now, if I'm not mistaken, the next step, is going to be putting in that flour, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a little bit of flour. And then we got some milk and water. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put in this flour. Just like this. Just like that. We're going to hit it against the hand. Go all the way around. Bake it like a cake. Oh, yeah. Just like this. And you're like, man, Ritter, can I be doing it like this? Shouldn't I put it in at the beginning when I'm making the roux? I mean, shoot, man, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to cook this flour in with it. I'm not no psychopath making bake, like just eating raw flour, man. What do you think I am? Asking them questions. Asking them a question, making a statement. Assuming? And this is country style, and leave it alone is my house style. So don't worry if I be putting the stuff that falls on the stove back in the pan. Don't be worrying about all that. My house, and my rules, my rule, baby. You ain't coming over to my house not talking about someone else's rules, man. They're my rules, my house. All right, check it out. We're gonna come back in. I know Gordon Ramsay said keep your station clean. Me and him, we enemies day one. He's like, I know that got dirty. Dang right, Gordon. You stay far away. All right, there we go. All right, just talk. This is your chance to refine your skills, man. Your control skills. You see how big and hefty all this food is here? Can you control yourself while you're working on this? All right, now we're gonna let this flour cook out just a few minutes here. It's also gonna cook out in the oven. But while we're doing that, we're gonna add a little bit of cream. A little bit of cream to this. Just like that. And now that we got that cream in, the oven's preheated, add just a little bit more chicken stock, just a bit. Now we're gonna get it stirring again. We're gonna see if we need a little bit more flour in that. Hopefully we won't. Keep your control going. Make sure everything's nice and incorporated here. Exercise that control, man. There you go. Just one step at a time. Flip it, dip it, flip it, dip it. All right. Now we're gonna pan down the camera because this part's about to get spicy, man. So look, this is where it all comes together right here. So let's see. I'm holding this light up. Oh yeah, yeah. This ain't working. we gonna have to do something else. All right. There we go. All right, no. We're gonna have to pull it down. There we go. All right. Just like that, man. That's what I want to see. Okay, now get a couple more flips in here. Exercise that control a couple more times. Make sure everything's incorporated. All right, now we're gonna turn off the heat. We're gonna bring our crust over here. And they say that you should let it cool off, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh yeah. Boom, straight in. Just like that. Boom. Woo. Oh my gosh, I got chicken pot pie on the camera. It's got chicken pot pie. Who know where that phone been? Oh my gosh. There we go. All right. Just gotta keep trying, baby. Keep going. Keep going no matter how bad it gets. You just gotta keep going just a little bit more. There we go. We having camera issues here, but we're not gonna let it stop us. Woo, baby. We're gonna make this chicken pot pie now. The camera, it's not even messed up, man. We good. Keep going. Woo. Keep going. Woo. Talk about seeing behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes, man. You get the full scope of the whole deal. The full scoop, man. Oh yeah. Get the last of that. Man. And we sure don't like wasting food up in this house. Let me tell you what. So we're gonna take the last of that, just like that. And whether you yell at me or not, man, look at this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, baby. I'm taking it right off the countertop. Let's go. All right, this is a filled pot pie, man. We're gonna stuff it down. Just like that. Ooh, it's tasting good. Just like that. Man, I want y'all to see this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at, oh my gosh. Look at that. All right, we ain't got too much more to get through, but we do got to get the lid up on this before we can even go. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can finish this video, okay? We'll put the lid up on it. Whew, man, it's getting hot in the kitchen. I might even have to put me a hair tie on, man. Getting too hot up in here. All right, here we go. Normally we let that cool, right? Oh, shit. Nah, that was the worst time for that to happen. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Grab this paper towel. Oh man. All right, look at this. Don't look at the mess, man. There's a foam print in here because it keeps falling in, but check me out. We're gonna make it back. Don't mind everything else that's going on, man. I did just spill the water, but check me out, man. Technical difficulties. The flour got soaked. Man, Gordon fired me when I walk in the kitchen, baby. We got water everywhere, but look, the oven's preheated. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish this video. I'm cleaning up water. All right, here we go. Let's be serious for a second here. Here we go. This is a disaster. All right, now check me out. You're sitting pretty now, huh? All right. Now we're gonna try one more time.